I was dragging myself through a trench when the call came. Dirt filled my mouth, blood roared in my ears, and my rifle was pressed so tight against me it felt like part of my spine. Through the static, I caught the sheriff's voice. He said my daughter was at the station. Then there was a pause, a sound like someone swallowing glass. He told me I didn't want the details of what my wife's boyfriend had done. The town was in shock. His voice dropped lower before the line clicked dead. I'm off duty. He's yours now. For a long moment, I didn't breathe. All I could hear was the drumbeat of my own pulse, steady, mechanical, as it prepared me for what came next. I wasn't crawling anymore. I was already moving toward the exit, toward the tunnel that would carry me home. And I wasn't coming back to talk. The police station lights hit me like a blade, too bright, too sterile. They made my daughter look pale, almost transparent, her silence louder than any scream. She wouldn't meet my eyes. She didn't need to. I could read everything in her stillness. Across the room sat my wife, mascara cracked down her cheeks, hands folded as if she were a child begging forgiveness. She spoke, but her voice never reached me. My focus passed straight through her, through the walls, to the absence of the man who should have been there, the one who thought distance would protect him from me. Betrayal doesn't shout. It seeps into the smallest details. The way she flinched when I entered. The way her breathing stuttered, as if I could smell him on her skin. The way she kept her eyes down, hiding from a truth she already knew was coming. I didn't lash out. I signed the papers, collected my daughter, drove her home, tucked her into bed, and left the house silent. Then I poured a glass of water and sat at the kitchen table, while every detail fell into place. She had let another man into my home, into my family, into my daughter's life. And when danger bared its teeth, she stood by. I didn't waste fury. Instead, I studied. I watched her phone light up in secret. Her sudden trips outside, her hushed voice when she thought I wasn't listening. I marked each lie like tracks in the mud, every one leading me closer. I made quiet calls to men who owed me favors, to labs that didn't question why I wanted DNA tested from a toothbrush, a comb, a shirt cuff. I smiled at dinners, kissed my daughter goodnight, and then stayed awake in the dark, scrolling through her messages, mapping her deceit in lines of text written by cowards. She thought she was clever. She thought distance had blinded me. But patience is sharper than any knife. The envelope came at dawn, light as air but heavier than stone. Inside, the truth bled out across paper, her lover, the life they thought they could hide. I laid the report on the table and waited. She shuffled in, robe loose, hair unkempt, eyes still swollen from sleep. She froze when she saw me. I didn't speak. I only slid the envelope across the table. Her eyes dropped, scanned the words. Her face drained white. Her lips opened, closed, trembled. A faint, broken sound escaped, like glass cracking under weight. Her whole body shook. "Please?" "I can explain," she whispered. I leaned forward, my voice even, precise, like a scalpel cutting clean. "You don't explain betrayal. You live in it." Tears fell fast, dripping onto the paper, smudging the ink as if destroying evidence might erase reality. But truth doesn't fade. It stains. I stood, the chair scraping across tile. My gaze locked on her. "You thought I wouldn't see it, that I was too far, too blind, too loyal. But you forgot what I do best. I watch, I wait, and then I strike." I left the papers in her shaking hands, a mirror she couldn't shatter, a truth she couldn't bury. I walked out, the morning air biting cold, burning clean in my lungs. Behind me, I heard her sobs spilling through the walls, but they didn't touch me anymore. She had chosen her shadows. I had only dragged them into the light. Now that she was stripped bare of lies, I felt nothing, no rage, no grief, only clarity. Some betrayals destroy you. Others forge you. I had no sympathy left, only distance. And as I stepped into the silence of my new life, one truth branded itself into me like scripture. She would wake every day in the wreckage she created, and I would never look back.